Lay there. What can I get you for? A drink and information. I can do one of those easy enough. The other one, though? Well, depends on what you want to know. Oh, information about the town? I can do you. So, you new in these parts then? Yeah, that tracks. I haven't seen you around here. And everyone around here stops in eventually. Oh, yeah. This place is practically an institution around here. Everyone comes in at least once. Mm-hmm. Helps being at the main gates here. If you're just coming in or just going out, makes sense to stop in. Alright, first, let me get you that drink, and then why don't you take a seat right at the side of the bar there, and we'll talk. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. I got Kristen in the back there. She can take over for main bartending. Don't worry about it. I'll be right back. Alright, let's... Hey there, Roger. Yeah, I'll send your normal over in a minute. Yeah, Czar, I got you too. Don't worry, the chef hadn't forgot about you. And here we go. Alright. So, what do you want to know about this town? Well, the basics of it, as it were, is we're a pretty diverse community, as you can see. You got humans, dragon folk, you got the standard elves and dwarves around. Though we do have a more of a variety than even some of the bigger cities. Being out on the outskirts of it all helps us, well, not deal with some of the more aggressiveness for some of our people here that is more prevalent in the bigger cities. That means you'll see orcs, lycanthropes, you'll see some abyssal creatures even, you'll see some of those of more demonic heritage. Yeah, we got all sorts here. We don't judge in this town. Where you came from, we really only care who you are when you're here. I assume that's why you came. Yeah, it's in your eyes. The people who come here looking for a bit of sanctuary, I suppose, they always got the same look. Yeah, don't worry, we're always happy to have new residents. Yeah, this place started out pretty small, but that was centuries ago. It was never designed to be the size it is now. Thousands of residents. But, we've made it work. Hmm. Excuse me if you don't mind. Hmm. Well, this isn't something you won't find in the bar. It's, my own special blend. Nah, I don't let just anyone have this. It's a little more than most can handle. Oh no. It ain't no alcohol. I'm a professional. I don't drink on the job. Unless it's water, sometimes the juice, but mostly it's my own special blend. So let's see, what else for the basics? Well, if you're planning on getting settled here, you probably want to stay at one of the inns to start off. There are many good ones. In the middle of the city, we got some of the more fancy ones. But out here, in the kind of outskirts of it, let's see. There's the Lapras Inn. Yeah, it's a completely blue building if you take two of the main kind of blocks down, you take a right, at Fiddlesticks. Yeah, it's a store with all sorts of trinkets. It's a great place to go and see what they've got. Though, be careful what you touch in there. They're not always the best at, ensuring the safety of everything. Don't worry too much. No one's lost an arm in there in ages. What was I saying? Oh, right. Two blocks down, turn right when you see Fiddlesticks on the corner, the last block there. And go up for another block and, right on the left side. So on the left side of that last block, you will see a completely bright blue building. Yeah, so that's one of them. Good food, not as good as drinks as here, but they're still pretty good. They have a show they put on every other day. Not today, tomorrow. Not the day after tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. You get it? Got it. Good. Let's see. But they're pretty good. Not too expensive. Then you got Skeeter's Hovel. Horrible name. We've asked them many times to change it. Believe it or not, though, a great place to stay. Skeeter, the Skeeter family, as it were, is a bunch of hard-working, really accommodating folks. They got rooms for all sizes of people, for all types. Mostly, a lot of our elemental folks stay there when they need a place, because they got a lot of different types of rooms. Again, that can accommodate all types. They're really good, yeah. Skeeter's Hovel. Horrible name, but great place to stay. Personally, it's one of my favorite. It just feels a little more homey, you know? But there, 3 blocks down, you make a left, you make a right, and it's right in the middle of that block on the right. Yeah, it's pretty identifiable. They got quite a few chimneys coming out the top. They always like to keep some of the rooms really warm. For the more demonic inclined, it helps. The dragonborns love it. The lizard folk are particularly enjoying of it. But all sorts like it. Yeah, so they're a great place. They don't do like shows or anything like that. They do have like a standard little kitchen in there that they serve breakfast in every morning, which is fantastic. But yeah, they're pretty good. What else? So those are the two places I recommend. There are a bunch of others, but they're all passed way down throughout the city. On the main entrance gate, you have a few I'm sure that you saw in coming right at the entrance. They're overpriced, frankly. And for the service you get, like, it's fine. The rooms are okay, but they're just not my favorite. But you can go into any of them, they're good. The two I recommend are, there's just something special about them, you know? You get much more a sense of our city. Yeah, yeah. So let's see, what else? What else? Their local markets happen every 5 days. We got one coming up in 3 more days here. Uh, yeah, that happens. A lot of fresh produce come in. We actually have some really good, gardeners, mostly druids, but not all, that help with all of that. They're really the ones who honestly made this place possible. Yeah, it was kind of wastelands out here. It's why no one expected this place to get as big as it did. But with their druids helping with the food and the water and the not dying of starvation and dehydration. Well, we were able to get a lot done. So that was pretty good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the markets, yeah. So you got some of the Druid clans selling produce there and all sorts of crafts and things like that. We got the big one in the main plaza. That happens every 5 days. Yeah, that's way down in the center of the village, but you have a few other ones. There's a park about two blocks from Skeeter's Hovel that every uh, every third day it pops up. A lot less in that one, but still very good. Still very good. More produce, less crafts and things, but you can get some really good fresh stuff there. Normally a little cheaper than in the main market too. So that's a good one. And there are a few more scattered around the parks and things like that. If you're looking to stay here long term, you can look to get a house. You're gonna have to go to the main town hall for all that, and they'll have people there who walk you through the entire process. Whether you want to build something, you want to buy someone out who's been living here for a while. They'll ask you, what can you do to support and help the community around, things like that. And they'll also help recommend you, like, if there's certain work you're good at, they'll help you with all of that stuff. Yeah, there's a bunch of opportunities. We do a lot with different adventures. So we have a few guilds in the city that works with a lot that come through. Yeah, being on the edge of the wastelands here, it really makes it a good spot for those who are going out to hunt different beasts out there, who are going mining for lost treasures and abandoned, I don't know, dungeons, I guess. All sorts that come through. So we have a lot that come through for that, but so we have whole economies around that. And we get some tourists out here. Not a ton, but we have a few festivals people travel for, and that's pretty good. We just had one. About 3 weeks ago, so we want to have another one for I think 4 months, if I'm remembering correctly. I have to check my calendar. Or check with. Ooh, is no. Olog around here. He works in the main city hall. He knows all this sort of stuff by heart off the top of his head, all that. Yeah, he's got a mind like a steel trap. If you stay around here long enough, I'm sure you'll meet him. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, there's all sorts of things to be done around here, no matter what skill set you have. And if you don't know what you want to do, we get a lot of people willing to teach. Yeah, a lot of people willing to take on apprentices, or we even have a few of those like colleges around. Yeah, like the Bard colleges, We have a few wizards who sent up like this magic school. Yeah, that's on the southwestern side of the city. Yeah, a little ways from here. But good folk, good folk. They haven't had a building blow up for a while, so they're doing good stuff there. Very interesting. They did have one implode recently, but I heard no one actually died from that, so pretty good. Hmm? Oh, does that not happen at most wizard schools? Huh. Well, you know what they say. A few explosions keeps the medic away. Sure keeps the cleric. Oh man. We've got some good doctors, clerics, medics, but ooh, when some of the other magic folk blow something up, they are not happy. Yeah, I don't know what's scarier, something demonic or a medic on a rage. I swear not even barbarians can keep up with them when they get mad, but that's besides the point. Anyway, let's see. Anything else? Just keep to the main roads for the start. We don't really have a traditional setup of cities, so everything's kind of hodgepodge together. Um, oh, and try not to go into the under areas until you have a good understanding. Yeah, the under areas is where more terrestrial inclined folk like to live. There are markets down there too, but you'll find more like the kobolds, the goblins, people like that who live there. They're good folk. Out of these walls, very misunderstood, but in here, they're good folk, and we don't take anyone treating them wrong. You don't have a problem with goblin folk, do you? Alright, just gotta check. You'll see a lot of them around. Midday, it's a little early for them to be up and around. They don't like all the light. But dusk and dawn, and a few hours either side of that is when you'll see them the most. Oh yeah, we've got quite a good population. They make some fabulous wines. The kobolds more than the goblins? Man, can the goblins make a mad whiskey. I know, you wouldn't think it, but they really can. Anyway, uh, anything else you need to know? Ah, you know, I don't normally do this, but you seem like good folk. This place can be, quite hard to get around, like I said. Why don't you relax for a bit, have a meal on the house for us, and, you wait another hour, and I can take you to one of the inns. Does that sound good? Hmm? Why? I don't know. You just got this vibe around you that I like. And when new people come in who just seem like they might fit in around here, I like to make sure they're comfortable. Well, I've been in this city for a while, and trying to build it out with more good people is something I consider important to do for my community. Yeah. Alright, I'll get you something. Well, I'll get you a menu first. We don't have a lot, but we got a bit, and I'll get you a refill too. Alright, traveler, you sit tight, and I'll be right back, okay? Alright. Hey, Christine, where the heck's the menus? I had the stat. Ugh, what? Rocker, sit down. Stop banging, I'll get you your food. Yeah, yeah. Shutting. I'm not shutting anyone up. Gosh, y'all have some class. Yeah, I guess that's too much to ask for. Alright, here's your drink and the menu. I'm gonna go deal with these unruly hoodlums we call patrons, and I'll be right back to get your order. Oh, and traveler, I forgot. Welcome to Elixia.